Okay, we're coming back now, and we're here for Group 2's reading. And Group 2 will be the group that picked this fluorite beauty, this skull. So if you connected with her and wanted to get her readings from her cards, we are on to you, and this is your reading now. Okay, so first up for you guys, we have the King of Wands. Now, this is somebody who is a natural leader, very inspiring individual, very creative, very strong, pure fire energy. The court cards, so the kings, queens, wands, pages, etc., can often symbolize people in our lives. So, I mean, this could be describing you, or it could be describing someone that you know or you've just met. This is the past, the left side. And this person is really charismatic, very passionate, very engaging. People want to follow this person. Like I said, lots of fire energy. So this might be somebody that has, is a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. Very passionate, very engaged. They're very goal-oriented. They're kind of an adrenaline junkie when it comes to the goals that they want to meet. They love a challenge. They love to overcome obstacles, and they're really good at, it's not that they enjoy a challenge with other people. I mean, they won't back down from a fight, but it's not like that. They're not aggressive. They want to conquer the next mountain. They want to overcome the next obstacle. They're really good at getting the people around them engaged in being on their side, in accomplishing what they're trying to accomplish and doing the thing that they want to do. So they make really good bosses, leaders. People are just naturally drawn to them. They have a lot of charisma. They can be a little bit of an adrenaline junkie too. They might like extreme sports or doing things that's a little bit dangerous. They're not careless, but in fact, they're very, very methodical. But they like excitement, and they're naturally very good at things. Competitive and passionate. So that can make for an athlete for sure. Even though they're very fiery and they're kind of this very alpha person, they're also extremely compassionate. They're not a narcissist. They don't not see anyone but themselves. They're very into team building. So if this is describing someone you know, someone that you've met in your recent past, somebody that you work with, maybe you know who this person is, somebody you're in a relationship with, or if it's describing you, this is, maybe calling you to take on a more leadership role in life and use your charisma, use your passion, and really pursue it. And if you pursue it with the passion and energy that you have for it, then other people will naturally want to follow you. This is a huge card of opportunity and challenge presenting itself, a great challenge. So it's scary when these opportunities come up sometimes. We don't know if we can do it or whatever. King of Wands is all about confidence, all about, if you don't know you can do it, you trust your gut, you feel like you can, maybe you've never done it before, but you jump in and you give it all you've got, and you approach it with confidence and charisma and an I got this attitude. I mean, it's like they say, fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. Embody this confidence and this passion and this fire and jump at the opportunity. This is a very big opportunity card. The downside to it is, the King of Wands can be a little bit arrogant because they're very charismatic. People are naturally drawn to them. They kind of, the spotlight naturally follows them. So they can be a little bit arrogant. They can be very proud because they really have accomplished a lot. If they set their mind to something, they do it, and they do it well. And so sometimes they can get a little caught up in their own glow. They can become a little over-focused on their goals and forget that not everybody wants to work 10 hours a day to do the thing that you're thinking about doing. Some people want to go home at night. Some people, they can lose others in the kind of frenzy of pursuing this thing that they want. The other thing is they're kind of over-helpers. So if, like, for example, you're married to one and you try to go to him for, you've had a bad day and you're just trying to vent about a friend or whatever, he won't be good at not helping when you're not looking for help. So you know how it's annoying when people try to fix your problems and really you don't want them to fix it. You just want them to listen and not tell you what to do. This guy is not good at that. And that can be frustrating. But his advice is really good too. So it's not a very bad quality to have, but it can be annoying. If you're thinking of this reading in terms of your career or finances, this is a card that's telling you to, if you're looking for a job, be really bold, be really creative, really confident. Go in there saying, I can do anything. Anything I put my mind to, I can do. And, oh yeah, you got that? Even if you haven't done it before, even if you don't have an experience with it. I've never done it, but I know I can. I know I can. Because you can. This card is saying you have it in you and you have the confidence and the drive and the perseverance to accomplish that. So go in with confidence, present yourself at your best light. Be like, I got this. And people looking to hire you will appreciate that. Since this is a person, this could also be a mentor or a coach. Usually the kings are older men, not old, but older than you. The wands would mean light or red hair, light colored eyes, and he would be a great coach. Maybe you're looking for a financial advisor or a career coach or someone to help you in that area, someone to help you train in whatever area you work in. This could be a really great teacher. And since it's in the past position over here, I'm betting that you've already crossed paths or encountered or thought about this person. You might have their business card or something. This card is the CEO, the leader, very passionate about career, but also passionate about being an activist politically, about doing good for the world and for lots of people. If you're looking at this spread for romance and love, and you're in a relationship with somebody, you've met somebody that might be this person. This guy has sexual chemistry all over him, just oozing off of him. Not just that. I mean, he's hot. Hot. But passionate, romantic, sweet, pew off your feet, bring you roses and wine, and just adore you, appreciate you. This guy is charming. So, I mean, and that's wonderful. He's sincere in his charm. He's sincere in his romance. But our beloved fire signs are Leos, Aries, Sagittarii. They're not the best at long-term, they're wonderful at passion, top-notch at passion. I mean, they're the best. So much fun. But if you want to keep him for a long time, the fire signs need to stay entertained. And you have to find good ways of doing that, keeping interest, entertaining, keeping him engaged. And it's so tempting with fire signs because they can be incendiary. Don't keep him engaged with drama. It will work. He will stay. But you'll burn out. You'll burn out. You know, a shared hobby, shared interest, travel, keeping yourself, you know, don't let yourself go. Dress up, change your look. You know, keep him interested in a productive way that's fun for you guys. Exercise together, do sports, you know, things like that. Keep him, yeah, because boredom is death for this guy. There's the potential for the long term. You're gonna want to keep him long term, but even if that doesn't turn out to be true, it's fine to have these passionate people in our lives for a little bit and enjoy them for what they are. Because, oh man, even if you just, you know, have a casual romance with this guy, you'll feel beautiful, you'll have fun, you'll have great sex. I mean, come on, just play. Playing is fine too. But just know what you want and, you know, keep it in context. If you're in a long-term relationship, this card would signify that there's a lot of sexual chemistry, there's a lot of passion, but there could be a lot of, you know, when there's a lot of heat in a relationship, there could be a lot of anger or blow-ups as well. So a very hot relationship, which, you know, like I said, can be fun, but it can also burn you out and be exhausting. Because sexual chemistry is amazing, but it's basically like biochemical warfare, right? I mean, you could have none of the same values and goals and desires of the other person. The relationship could be in total shambles. You could not want the same things at all, but it's so hot that, you know, you guys get turned on, you just don't even care. I mean, just fight naked and it's just done. That's my advice for newly married couples, by the way, is fight naked. Anyway, but so when you're in a very hot relationship, make sure that it's also healthy at its other levels, because that can be distracting and make you forget, make you accept things that you don't want to. And sometimes passion is just good for a bit, for a little while, and until it run its course. And then it's time to move on. For health issues, if you're looking at this for a health reading, these people can have issues with the hands and the hips, and also flushing of the skin, headaches, even strokes, things like that, tension headaches, high anxiety, and burnout. If, you know, you're burning the candle at both ends, if you're so focused on something that you're neglecting everything else, you're not engaging in good self-care, you're getting headaches, you're not drinking water, there's, you know, tons of dehydration with these fiery signs, just make sure that you're taking care of yourself and your health, because, you know, fiery can burn to ash in a minute. We have the Magician. The Magician card is an amazing card. This is a really good omen. This signifies somebody that can transform, that can alchemize. This is saying that you have the ability to use all of the tools at your disposal and weave them together to get what you want. If you have a wish, you can make it happen, because you know how to use all of the elements to bring it together. So, you know, your knowledge, your abilities, your relationships, your spirituality, all of these things, you know how to make them work in tandem to get what you want. The important thing is to have clarity and intention about what you want. And no matter what realm of life it's in, you need intention and you need focus, you need clarity. Because yeah, you can make all kinds of stuff. You know how to make things happen. But if you don't know what you want, then you can make the wrong things happen. Or if you don't think clearly about what you want, make it happen and then you regret it later. So knowing what you want, getting clarity, doing meditation, being very mindful, all of these things are really important with this card because you have great power within you. You have potentiality at your fingertips. You have a lot of energy. You have like a laser beam of energy that you can just make whatever you want. So intention and clarity makes that focused. You don't want to disperse it. This card is really, really wonderful for whatever you have your sights on. You can make it happen. You just have to make sure that you're grounded, that you're clear, and you can make it happen, you know, physically, emotionally, spiritually, I mean, mentally. You can make it happen on all levels. Because a lot of people are only good at 1 or 2 levels, right? If you're only good at the physical, if you're only into, you know, what you can see and feel and touch, then you have no connection to the divine, and you kind of get in this like monotonous day-to-day kind of drag. And even if you have what you have physical wealth and abundance and all the things that you ever wanted, you're still not emotionally or spiritually fulfilled. And then you get other people who are really up in the clouds with the emotion and the spirituality, and they've launched and they have no connection to reality. And even though they can think and dream and feel all of these things that are beyond the physical realm, nothing can happen. They can't do anything with it. You know, they have the same power as a ghost. They really just, it stays in the ether unless you can ground it into the physical realm. So this really takes the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual and says that you have all 4 and you know how to use them all together to make things happen in a beautiful way, to call into existence what you want. If you're looking at this reading in terms of career and finances, this is really saying that you're in your element. You've mastered your field. You can do whatever, you know, you're really at this level of mastery of your craft and you're doing a really good job. And it's also saying that you're engaged, you're energized, you're passionate about what you're doing. So this is a really great card confirming that you're on the right path. But, you know, if you feel that way about your job, you're probably not asking about it in this reading anyway. A lot of people with magician energy have jobs that have to do with their hands and dexterity. So that can be like surgeons, artists, or mechanics, engineers, or people that, you know, electricians, things that require a lot of detail with the hands tend to have a lot of magician energy. Draw on all your tools, all of your talents, all of your abilities to get where you want in your career. This also, whenever this card comes up, if you're watching and you're a magical practitioner, this indicates that spell work is an option for you in your question. So if you want to work some magic and you're clear and of right integrity and understand how all that works, and you're cautious, that magic could help you. Maybe an abundance spell. If you're looking into this for relationship and romance, this is really saying that if you're in a relationship, you guys are working on it. You're making the best of it, both of you. You're utilizing all of your tools, communication, connection, and intimacy, romance, all of these things. You're both using all of your tools to make it work, to commit to making whatever changes need to be made and making it last. And this is a very good sign for that. If you're looking for love and haven't found it yet, this is saying that there's a lot of tools out there for you. You want to look at all of the options, everything that you can use. Maybe you want to go online. Maybe you want to use internet dating. Maybe you want to start a new hobby and get with a group, one of these meetup groups. Maybe you want to talk to friends and be like, hey, you know anybody to set me up with? Or go to parties, socializing, that's a huge thing. So really just use all the tools, Also, you know, a love drawing spell if you're a magician, if you're a spiritual worker. And if you're looking at this reading from a perspective of health or healing, if you have a health issue, the magician says that you're really looking at all of your options. You're exploring all the healing modalities. And it could be an integrative approach. It could be Western and Eastern and energy and physical, you know, like a combination of all of the different healing modalities may be the way for you. Also, healing magic. If you're a magical worker, some healing herbs, healing magic, health spells, or things like that could be good. Yeah, the Magician. Great card. Next up for group 2 with the purple fluorite skull, we have the Wheel of Fortune. You guys are really getting the good cards, man. This is a great card. The Wheel of Fortune is all about good luck, about karma, about the cycles of life and destiny and fate and how those things, you know, how we move through our life and our life path. It's a reminder that everything changes. And it's not like a warning card. It's not like one of these, you know, there's some cards in the deck that's like, things are going to change. You need to like hunker down and prepare. This is like life, nature, everything works in cycles. The moon goes in cycles. Our emotions go in cycles. Our relationships go in cycles. Just life has cycles. What goes up must come down. What goes down must come up. Don't cling to anything, otherwise it's taken by force. You show gratitude, you show flexibility, you adapt, and you really just do what needs to be done. You give appreciation for what you have. There's gratitude in everything. Gratitude in everything. And when you start expressing gratitude, the down cycles end a lot faster. It's saying that nothing is permanent. Don't be discouraged. There's forces beyond your control. There's things that we can't control. We can't control the moving of the planets. We can't control Mercury retrograde. We can't control our boss. We can't control other people. Things happen. Can't control the stock market, you know? I mean, but really, this is saying what goes around comes around. And when this card comes up, especially in the position that it's in the right in the center, and with these two cards behind it, the King of Wands and the Magician, I mean, this is really showing a turning point. This whole reading is showing a turning point and an opportunity to do something new. The thing about the wheel is if you think about it, its structure, it's always turning, but it's whole. So the Wheel of Fortune is saying that it is possible to have change and stability at the same time. You just have to balance. It's not that every time we change, we're in danger. It's change is a part of life. And it's not something we should be afraid of. We shouldn't be afraid of endings or beginnings. We show them their proper respect, but they're not why we do things. We associate the status quo with safety, and that's not true. Because you might be in a job that's secure when you want to start your own business. There's a lot of entrepreneurial energy with these, by the way. You might be in a job that's stable, that's secure, that gives you just enough. And there might be an opportunity to do something a little more risky, but something that you love. And that's scary. We think that maybe staying in the place that has us safe but asleep is the right call, but that's only filling half our cup. We're never going to be satisfied unless we do what the Magician does, and we have the physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, all of those parts of ourselves fulfilled and active and engaged. So if you're in something, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, whether it's a health situation, where you're not using all of those things, then be on the lookout for an opportunity that may feel a little scary, and it may not pay off at first. This might be taking a pay cut, taking a job where you don't know that you're going to make as much money as before, or you don't. This could be taking a risk. But there's going to be something that gets you itching to really change your life, do something different. If you're in an established relationship and it can go one of two ways in relationships. This card can mean, it can be telling you that long-term relationships, you're not really with one person for your whole life. We're all growing and changing all the time. So you're not the person that you were when you met your partner, and they're not the same either. We love 1,000 different people in every person that we commit to. And if we're committed to them, we are committed to their growth and their changes, and to adapting and being open and flexible. And relationships do have ups and downs. Just because you're in a down cycle doesn't mean it's time to bail. In order to make something last, if you ask all of the people that have been married for 50, 60 years, all these old timers, they say it takes renewing your love for each other every day. It takes giving, it takes compromise, it takes knowing that things aren't always going to be perfect, and believing in that person, falling in love with whatever new person they become, until there's a parting of ways, until there's an irreconcilable conflict of values or fundamental being. And sometimes those happen, and that's okay too. But this is, this can be a very big sticking and out card. On the other hand, this card can also be talking about a relationship that has a lot of ups and downs. Lots of ups and downs. And to the point where, like, you don't really know what's going to happen on any given day, and you always feel like emotionally on your toes, like what's going to happen now, and you don't really get the chance to settle and feel safe and secure, and that's just exhausting. So there is a balance between those two things that I just talked about. There is a degree of adaptability that you have to have if you want a real long-term relationship. If you want to make it last, if you want that, gold anniversary or whatever, you gotta, adapt. And you have to accept that relationships and people and nature have cycles. But if you feel like you're in a washing machine, there's so many cycles and it's so tumultuous, you also have to take into account your own health and well-being, and whether that's the kind of relationship that you want, whether you can ever feel secure like that, and whether there's an opportunity for something else for you. Spiritually, this card reminds us to always remember karma, that things take time, to work with balance. Don't be impatient. Just know that things come when you're ready for them to, and when they're ready to come. So having a respect for the timing of things, having a respect for the inherent intelligence of nature and the universe. We have these cycles for a reason. It's just like breathing in and out. Stagnancy is the enemy. So keep balance and karma in mind with this. For health or well-being, this is a really good omen, because if you're struggling with a health issue, then this is saying that you're on an upward turn. Things are about to change. Things are about to kick in. If you are healthy and you just, I doubt you'd be looking at a spread about health if you were just like, I'm in perfect health. But it is a constant reminder for us who are healthy to be grateful for it, and to think long term and think in terms of body karma. What are you doing? What are the choices that you're making doing to your body And how is that going to affect you in the long haul? So you may feel great now, but you're doing all kinds of stuff that's, I mean, it's things go in cycles. Bodies, our lives, everything goes in cycles. So think long term, do the things, the self-care that helps make sure that you have good health for the long run. So that's card number 3. Okay, card number 4 for group 2. Man, you guys are like seriously lucky ducks. This is, save this reading and watch it whenever you're feeling down, because this is like a gold mine of readings. Jeez. You guys have the 10 of crystals here, which is the 10 of pentacles in a traditional deck. Now, pentacles represent the physical material world. So money, physical, comforts, material wealth, all of the things that provide for us, food, finances, family, all of the things in the material realm. So this is the 10, which is in any one of the suits, the 10 is going to be the culmination. It's going to be, this is the jackpot. And it's not like striking a jackpot. That has a different flavor than the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles is about achieving security because of your hard work. This is about working for something and, putting the time in, putting the work in, putting the heart in, and then achieving a place of stability and security where you feel safe. And not only you, but this card is a lot about family. Once you have a family, your main priority, yes, you want to feel safe, but if your family isn't safe, then you don't feel safe either. This is about providing for your family, not only now in the present moment, but being able to leave an inheritance. This card has a lot to do with ancestry. This card sometimes means that you're about to come into an inheritance, or you're about to, take up the reins of your relative's business or follow in their footsteps. The financial and material security that your hard work has yielded, that is big enough to provide security for all of those who you love. We want to be able to be generous and to extend our abundance to those around us so that everybody can be happy and comfortable. For your career, it's signaling all of this these cards have talked about a shift or an opportunity, kind of entrepreneurial. Maybe you're thinking about making a change, and these have given you, very big thumbs up, go ahead for that. And this card just really caps that off with, in the future, you will have the stability and the fulfillment on the material level from your labor, from the things that you put your heart into. You will have the fruits, and enough fruits to feed your family, to feed your friends, to really share in your abundance and have true security, because that's what true security is. It's not just living paycheck to paycheck. It's not just making sure that the bills are paid. It's having that feeling of safety, that you're safe, your family's safe, that nothing's going to come out of, everything, life is cycles. There's ups and downs, but that the downs, you're as prepared for the downs as the ups. For your relationship, this card is saying that you are looking for a serious commitment. You're looking for marriage. You're looking for a partner that's going to stick by you for years and years and years and share a life. If you're still dating, if you're still looking for that person, don't let the pressure of this and the desire for this long-term commitment and this life together make you force relationships past their organic development. You want marriage, you want a family, you want security. And that is okay to want. If you're in a relationship already that's established, this can often mean next level with that. This can mean marriage. This can mean kids. This card has a lot to do with family and ancestry and lineage, progeny. So this can mean a pregnancy. This can mean buying a home, or, you know, getting a joint bank account, something that solidifies your union in the material realm, that ties you together in a meaningful way. So this is a marriage card for sure. If you're thinking about that, if you're thinking about proposing or getting engaged, and things feel good, maybe that's the time for this. Maybe that's what all this is leading up to. And with health, I mean, this is just about as positive a sign as you can get for health. The Pentacles, the crystals suit is all about the physical well-being, physical realm, and the 10 is just everything's in harmony. So if you're in poor health or you've been working to get in better health, this is a very, very good sign that will be coming for you, that there will be positive outcomes. If you're already in good health and you want to keep it that way, just make sure that, like we said in the last card, you are doing the things that will ensure your health lasts for the long term. And also, this card does have ancestry tied to it. So if you are having a health problem, you're having a hard time figuring it out, look in your family as far as any illnesses that might be hereditary, you know, that you might get some more information. So that is your 4th tarot card right there. Very good spread for you guys. I am jealous. You're glad you picked the purple skull. All right, so next up for our group 2 is our little advice cards. These are really great for just helping us figure out what we need to do to best work with these energies. And for you guys, that would be water and balance. So a lot of these cards that we were talking about have a lot of fire energy, have a lot of energy in general, a lot of work involved. So make sure that you're hydrating. Make sure that you are getting enough water. This can also be a card that indicates that you need cleansing, spiritual cleansing, taking some spiritual baths, cleaning your home, cleaning your energy, refreshing your general surroundings and energy field is very good. So yes, water, yay. And balance. So this has been a theme throughout this whole reading, is balance. There's good, there's bad, there's ups, there's downs, there's roots and there's fruits. And you don't get any of those things without the other. If we did, you know, we wouldn't appreciate what we have. If things were always good, then we wouldn't know that they were good at all. If we didn't have bad. If we didn't have to put in the work, the hard work of laying down roots, we wouldn't appreciate any of the fruits that we get. If we weren't connected to our ancestry, then we wouldn't have any real investment in our future. So balancing all of those things, and then balancing the elements, balancing the different parts of yourself, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, making sure that everything is balanced so that things can manifest and grow as they should. Balance, always a good card. So North Node is a indicator of doing our homework this life, working towards where we need to go for our soul's evolution. And this is not something that's naturally easy for us. This is something that you have to work at and put effort into. So you have to study, you have to develop skills, you have to really, you know, put yourself into this. When we relax and get lazy, we go into our south node. Our north node is where we're aiming. It's some of our life's homework. And really, I feel like that's what this reading is talking about is finding your North Star, finding your guiding star, where you want to go and getting there. So this is really saying that there's you're doing your homework, a fated quality, a air of destiny about what's happening. The waxing moon card. This is an almost full moon. This is third quarter waxing. So all of the building energy, all of the work that you've put in, all of the hopes and dreams and beliefs and wishing, it's right here. It's almost full. So this is saying there's just a little bit more. Just keep at it. Almost there. And this is the card of the 10th house. And in astrology, the 10th house is about the father, the boss, the CEO, authority, your own power, coming into your own power, your ambition, your highest potential that you can bring to the world. It's leadership and honor and respect. It's really about stepping into what you've worked your whole life to be and getting into that place of accomplishment, getting some solid rep, getting some good, status, being the CEO, being the grown-up. What do you want to be when you grow up? You follow this advice, you follow your heart, you keep in balance, hydrate, and maybe you're about to grow up and be what you wanted to be. And then be able to pass it on to your kids, not just the financial security, but the wisdom, the lessons, the skills. These are the types of things that you can, especially with the 10 of Pentacles here, tying to family, you can teach your kids or their kids. You can have something to pass on. You can have a legacy. And that really is, if you're brave enough to take chances and follow your heart, also your mind and your soul and your body, with whatever opportunity you're faced with right now. When you're facing a big opportunity, you know what this is. It's something that could be amazing, but you're a little scared to leave the status quo. But I think all of these signs are pointing to yes, and that this might be the lucky break that you're waiting for. And then we have our final card here, which is just an inspiration card. It's really beautiful. I will link all of my decks that I'm using in the show notes. Some of my old decks in my annual feng shui attacks, I've thrown out the boxes. So if there is a card that I don't know the artist and the name, and you guys do, please post it in the comments, because there are some that I'm not, I've had for a long time. But this is an inspirational card, and look at this art. I love the inspirational photos on there. I love the inspirational artwork on these cards. They're really beautiful. And this one, beautiful. With our whole reading, the theme is passion. Find your bliss. Hello. That's like if this spread had a tagline. Find your bliss. Release shame. Heal emotional blocks. Explore sacred sensuality. And live passionately. Amen. Hallelujah. I mean, I can't even... I got nothing. I got nothing to add. Look at what we've just been talking about. Is there a more perfect ending and summary of all of these cards? This is, perfect. So yes, find your passion, follow it, have courage. Don't be afraid. and trust yourself. It looks like you guys are doing all the right things, and you're on the right path. And if you find the courage, if you have the heart, I think you could have everything you've ever wanted. And when you get it, call me. I want to come over for dinner and wine and, you know, fancy food and meet your kids. All right. Well, if you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you feel a deep connection to this skull, again, I work with all my skulls on a very deep level. They are attuned to the solfeggio frequencies, to the orbits of the planets, and I attune them all to Reiki 1. I do all kinds of things with them. They are my babies, and I am very committed to them finding their guardians. When somebody wants a skull from me, it's not a guarantee. When they find their guardians, it's a very powerful experience. So if you have that connection with this skull, I am going to make these skulls available on my website as we do these readings. However, it might not be immediately after the reading. So if this is your skull and you just know it, you can send me an email, Catherine@catherinesparks.com. If you want to keep an eye on the website, it's catherinesparks.com. And yeah, this is her. Many blessings to you guys. Congratulations. This is an amazing spread, and I hope that everything manifests for you and all of this good luck comes your way. Blessings. See you on the other side.